Okay, this video should be pretty interesting. It shows how 44 truck designs becomes over 21,000 production files for publication. And this will be a prelude to a future video to show how I've almost completely automated the creation and distribution of all these files. And at the end, I will show an example of how they are used, and then it will make more sense why it takes so many files. It starts with getting the 44 truck designs ready to go. And I have a library of backdrops that are ready to go. But not every truck fits on every backdrop. But most of them fit on most of the backdrops. And some of them have more than one final version with thick and thin line styles. So there's 3575 vector files for 2074 individual designs. And for each vector file there is an SVG file and a DXF file. And for each design there is a text file, a medium and small JPEG, and a GIF file, for a total of 19,022 files to cover the 2074 truck designs. The JPEGs are used for listing online, and the other files go in a zip file to download the product. And then we have large and small JPEG grid images, which is one image for each truck and all of its variations. And that represents all of the design files that are in the zip file for each truck. And there is one big bundle zip file for all of the trucks, and some marketing text for the entire truck collection, which brings the total to 19,158 files. And then we have PNG grid images, which are mainly for listing on Etsy and making short videos of each truck. And each truck set has some marketing text for listing on Etsy and Pinterest by way of CSV files to import on Etsy and Pinterest, and SQL files to import the products in my store on my website. So that brings us to 19,338 files. And these may be either grayscale with some shading or plain black and white like I show here. And then each design has a 600 pixel gray JPEG for product preview images. There's 2,075 of those for a total of 21,413 files so far. And then each design gets a 15-second MP4 video, mainly for listing on Etsy, and I'll use longer videos for listing on Pinterest and YouTube and other places. But there's 46 of those for a total of 21,459 files altogether for this truck collection. And then I have various other PDF catalogs and brochures, YouTube videos, and ad graphics. But those are not counted in the total number of files for this video, because those vary for different products and at different times. Something interesting I see here is this image looks like it's wider than this image, but those are actually the same size. If I put this square over the two images, they're actually the same size. I don't know if you can see that in this video, but this one definitely looks smaller than that one on my screen. Anyway, once all the files are made and uploaded, they are ready for listing. And here they are on my website with the marketing text, and the bundle uses the JPEG grid images, small and large, and the PDF catalog. And the individual designs use the small JPEGs and the gray JPEGs, and search engines will follow this link to the medium JPEGs. And on Etsy, it uses the PNG grid images and the 15-second MP4 videos, and some of the gray JPEGs. And I use the SQL files to import these products, and CSV files to import these Etsy listings. And on Pinterest, it uses the JPEG grid images imported by CSV files. And on ReadyToCut.com, I usually use the JPEG grid images, but in this case I combined 4 of those per image, so there wouldn't be so many of them. And on YouTube, I usually have a long video. And on Facebook, I usually have a post and a video. But most of that stuff is not counted in the total file count for this video, because they're not generated automatically like the 2,459 files that I'm talking about here. And the title is off by 3 because I included the 3 SQL files while I was making this video. So it's actually 21,459. And what's really interesting for a future video is once I have these 44 truck designs ready to go, the rest of it is very highly automated. I can produce all of the vector files in a few hours, and all of the image, zip, and data files in a couple of hours, and list all of them with previews and movies in less than an hour. And then I just play around with all of the other files types. But generally, once I have the basic designs that I need, then I'm only one day away from having 45 products and over 20,000 files published. And I will try to do another video about how that works. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.